The song title is Mom Pig, Baby Pig.
Interesting.
By Kids Club.
All right. Okay. Well, he can have that if he wants.
Oh, I know this song. My Korean friends when I was a kid, I know this song actually from back in the States. I've actually heard this song.
Oh my God. Well, all right. Well, Hack. Statistically, if you look into statistics a lot, TVP is his worst matchup, funnily enough. Despite what we've seen in recent times. Defeated Trap recently in Pro League. Big win there. We did see him go get second place at the recent IM World Championships.
Yeah. Well, Deer is 5-4 in Pro League. He's back, though, to a certain extent. I mean, this guy was off the map after he ended up leaving STX and then joining Mouse Esports for a little while, and then he was teamless. He's kind of found a new home here, but he went from, like, the top of the world to nobody even remembers when he won the championship. Now he's, like, starting to come back. I mean, realistically speaking, he's still got a long way to go before he gets back to where he was, but he's on his way, I feel.
He's well on his way. I mean, in his most recent Pro League games, he defeated Maru and Trap. That's also absolutely insane. This guy definitely has potential to be one of the best. You just got to get back there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, game number 2, Hack versus Deer. Can Hack tie it up? Let's find out right now here at the SPL.
And up here in the top left, we do have Hack.
That we do. Name means nuke in Korean. To the bottom right, cross spawns in the blue. It's Deer, Samsung, former STX Pro.
Cross-map TVP Deadwing. This is going to be a long one. This might actually be exactly what Hack wanted, you know? If he wants to go to that late game and show off his fancy Ghost Micro and whatnot, this will definitely be the map to do it on.
Yeah, for sure. His game against Trap, he did get a lot of damage done with Widow Mines and Drop Harass, and he was really, really strong in the mid-game with that. And it was on Sejong, so a little bit different of a map where drops are really strong, especially in the mid-game. And Widow Mine drops you see all the time on Sejong, so I wonder how he's going to open here. I don't think he can quite be as aggressive with drops, especially on cross spawns on this map, just because it takes a lot longer to get there. Everything's a little bit slower.
Well, I think CC first would be not a bad choice on this map. We have seen it quite often before. We'll see if his how high he goes on his minerals. Looks like he's going to go straight for a Rax there. Okay.
Yeah.
Going to play the early game, not going to play the greedy game. Looks like he's going to get a Refinery as well, so most likely going to go into Reapers. So at least one Reaper to open things up, get an idea of what Deer has planned.
It's not, uncommon for Protosses to go Nexus first on this map, too, and if you do a Reaper expand versus that, sometimes you can get some damage done with your initial Reapers, too. There's nothing wrong with a Reaper expand, but I also like the CC first.
I do like the CC first, and obviously in these positions it would be even better, because, much safer cross-map, much less likely to get scattered in early, harassed by a probe, but it all comes down to luck, right? It's 50% chance that's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'm wondering what Deer's going to do, too, because, we have seen a lot of different strategies out of Deer in this matchup.
Fan in the audience.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Hack shaking his head in the booth there for a second, maybe having second thoughts about what he's doing.
Maybe. Who knows? Not sure. We did see very early 2 gas, so I feel like we are going to see perhaps a proxy Stargate.
Yeah, and with this probe position, it looks highly likely.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, from here, yeah, I can see a proxy Stargate. It's a pretty good position for it. It's a little bit further out there, but it's much less likely to be ever scouted ever.
And the timing is pretty likely as well. I don't think this is going to be a Twilight Council this soon for hidden DTs. It just doesn't quite line up the right way. Yeah. There's the Stargate.
Okay, it makes sense. It's good.
Ooh, this Reaper is trying to scout around here, but not quite exactly where he wants to be.
No, he's being pretty thorough, but just a little too close to his base, not far out enough. Here we are going to see that Stargate be put down.
Yeah, misrallied though, unfortunately. I think he's hoping he's taking a 50-50 risk that hopefully his opponent's the top right. It's really close, but
yeah, well, that'd be the most epic sort of proxy Stargate ever. Like, it would be in his base so quickly, the damage would be guaranteed.
We saw builds like this sometimes on Frost where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and if I'm wrong, I'm still closer, so it's still okay. So it's totally fine, but sometimes you get really lucky. Well, so it's a bit of a gamble.
Look at this. We are seeing a very fast command center as well. This could be a bad thing for Hack, you know. He put down his engineering bay now, but, you know, the Oracle is half done already. So I think the damage is guaranteed at this point. We only see 2 Marines out. Going to be 4 by the time the Oracle gets there, but still.
Ooh, and a Twilight Council, too. This is starting to get really interesting. By the way, the Reaper is going to check for a Stargate right now because he realized when he went in the main base with an SCV that there just wasn't any tech and there was a missing pylon. So he's like, what is going on? So he knows something's up. He starts a turret immediately, and he really is going to need it. Few gates coming up here with that Twilight Council. Starting to look like we might see a blink follow-up to this.
It seems that way, especially with 3 gates being added. It's going to be 4 gate, 1 base blink stalker after this Oracle harassment.
Oh, good deflection here. Oracle taking a lot of shield damage, and there is a turret in the main. He does delay this CC. Will he get a second kill?
Got to keep it alive. Cannot afford to lose a single unit if you're going to be this aggressive and essentially be completely all in with a Blink Stalker. You want that. You want the Oracle to be wiping out SCVs that are going to be tanking, as well as Marines if you can get on top of them.
Yeah, anything you can kill is great in this situation with that Oracle. Now he adds a second turret. Now, keep in mind, the Reaper just checked, and he saw that there's no Nexus. So he knows that there's a follow-up push coming. He is making a bunker, but I think a second bunker even would be quite nice. And Blink Stalkers, of course, can avoid bunkers in general. Oop, Oracle coming back in here, gets 1 more kill, delays that barracks. That barracks is going to be important for holding this off. The longer the push comes on, he's going to need that extra production.
Yeah, I mean, that's 1 Rax with the reactor at this point. 1 Rax against the 4-gate Blink Stalker roll in.
No Marauders.
Not a thing. Nothing
just
like
a bunker.
That.
That's all he's going to have here.
Very
Scan
dangerous.
Misses. But he's got to know this is a good commitment. He saw that there was no Nexus. He makes a second bunker just the same, or he wants to here. There he goes.
He has to, for sure. He needs 3 or 4, actually. All he has to do is make bunkers. That's all he has to do, Wolf.
To be honest,
just defend.
I wouldn't even mind to see him make another turret next to his production, because these Oracles are really starting to go in there and get this Oracle. There's only 1 Oracle. Starting to kill SCVs, delaying barracks. Now he knows 100%.
Well,
I don't know if he's got enough, man.
No, he doesn't. He's gonna have to sack this, man. There's no way he's gonna keep this alive.
No way. That bunker goes down almost instantly. The second bunker is about to finish, but even with that, it's gonna fall to the same fate. Looks like he's gonna just try to avoid it here. There is the sack that you were talking about. He's pulling out here. Needs to get units in position to defend the blink into the main base. There is a bunker about to complete there as well. The Oracle sees it.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's going to go for the bottom debris here, get a different angle on this bunker. Not a bad choice. This is such a hard position for Hack to be in.
And finally that tech lab is finished, so he can start making Marauders. He needs them desperately. He starts getting Concussive Shell right away as well. And the +1 is nearly done, but he's got to build a unit count before that +1's really going to be that big of a game changer. He only has 16 Marines. Now these bunkers are under attack. The repair here is good, but with Blink Micro, he could eventually just wear this down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. A great time warp on the ramp as well.
Beautifully done there. He could blink up, actually, and cut off the Marines from that bunker.
That's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to split this in 2. He's totally taking control of the ramp. But look at that, a second time warp here. Almost unnecessary at this point.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this is just a total wreck here.
Complete domination there. Oracle tries to get a few kills in before it runs out of energy. And there's really nothing left here. Now that he's on top of the production, how is he possibly going to defend against this?
Well, he just can't. He's going to lose this tech lab. That means no more Marauders. And I think this game is just essentially over, Moonglade. 13 supply to 53. GG. Deer takes it. Really technical build. It worked out very well for him.
Yeah, really nicely executed there. And very sort of greedy from Hack. Extremely greedy. You know, that it doesn't actually get greedier than that.
Yeah.
1 Rax reactor, double CC. Like, damn, man, you're asking for that kind of all-in.
Really feel like a turret at his production would have helped him a little bit too, but that's expensive on top of everything else. He couldn't get his barracks up because the Oracle kept killing the SCV that was building it. That took away a lot of Marines because it takes so much time to finish that when you have to send another SCV over. You miss those production cycles. I mean, that wasn't the game changer.
It's kind of such a risky build when you think about it. Like, why didn't he just go for CC first, 3 Racks behind it sort of thing? Like, I feel like that would be a much better, safer sort of choice than what he actually went for.
Yeah. Well, I definitely agree. Very, very